Thank you. So this is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, 80% no SSU. I can't remember what SSU stands for, but essentially all you need to know is that this category is about an hour versus the 8-minute category mess that is the other 80%. Would you like to introduce yourselves on the couch over here as well?
G'day, I'm Softman25. I learned Vice City once.
And I'm Jimmy Boy. I'm a reformed Vice City speedrunner.
Yep, and well, okay, Claude from GTA 3, he doesn't have a voice actor, so we're just going to get straight into it from there. So, first thing you know about this game is things are going to take off very quickly. There's going to be quite a lot of information to dissect. So there will be a test at the end. If you can't answer what on mission 0 means, rampage, or any of these things, you're going to fail. So be ready for that. Straight off the bat, the very first thing that I'm going to have to do is get to this hotel on time before we hit a certain in-game clock.
Now, has time started?
Oh, sorry, I should have said, yeah, you can start the time if you want. That's my free way of getting a little bit of extra time on my estimate, because this game's scary and volatile. So I'm going to be mashing lean forward quite a lot while on any kind of bike or scooter. This is mainly to generate a ton of extra forward speed. And what I need to do is get into this hotel and trigger this cutscene at a certain time on the clock. In fact, I'm actually scared that that was a little bit too late. We will find out right now. No, we're good. So that's going to skip a cutscene. There's quite a lot of invisible... Oh, that guy's not going to be in GTA 6. Well, and the release date just came out, so that's extra bad for him. So this is what I mean by there's too much going on to explain very quick. But what I've just done is there's a replay system in this game. I've created a replay over the top of this rampage icon. That way, whenever I play the replay of where I am right now, I can still pick up items in the world. And I'm going to die on purpose here to walk to this ambulance. I might get softy here to start... the ambulance is
got 10%.
So we're going to take a small time loss. This is the ASM refund for stealing 10 seconds at the start of the run. This ambulance, by the way, has a 10% chance to be locked. And, I mean, we got it in a But will we get 2 in a row? We will. Well, I'm showing you how the replay system works pretty well, so let's just die again and roll it all over again. So, Softy, would you like to explain what on mission 0 means?
Hold on 1 sec.
Never 3 times.
So the easiest way, I've been thinking about this, because obviously Damosk asked me to have an explanation of this, and I had a thought, and I think the best analogy I can think of is those old-timey mailboxes with the flag. So you can literally have a flag that's up or down. Up says, there's mail in the box, down says there's not. Except imagine that there's a mailbox, you can only fit 1 letter. Usually, you start a mission, the flag goes up, but in the postie goes, no, I can't put another letter in there. And that's like being on mission 1. Which means you're on a mission, you can't start another one. And when you take the letter out, like finishing a mission, flag goes down, and the postie goes, yep, I can put another letter in. On mission 0, as the trick is called, is essentially tricking the game into putting the flag down. So you can start another mission. And this is frequently done by starting 2 missions at once. Like you can see here, we are currently on a mission, we are also on the rampage. The game, when a mission finishes, it doesn't check anything else. It just says, oh yeah, mission's finished, cool, flag goes down. We can accept more mail. So in 1 minute and 4 seconds now, the rampage will finish, Damosk will fail miserably. But conveniently, this will also mean that he'll be on mission 0, whilst also being on a mission. And this will create some rather peculiar effects that I will not spoil.
See you around.
Yeah, what he said, that's pretty much the best way to explain it. It's really funny because I would say that a lot of people who run GTA, if you were to ever get them to explain what on mission 0 means, it's like the hardest thing that you'll ever have to do. It's extremely difficult, so I'm very lucky to have Softy here. I'm going to grind this bike up against the wall here and then jump off of it. That way the bike will stay standing when I jump off.
There's no actual reason for that, it just looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's not faster at all. In fact, it loses time. And what I'm going to do here is a bit of blind driving, which is very nervous, but essentially anything that's not in front of the camera, I can basically not make traffic spawn, right? If I'm looking behind or to the sides, nothing is going to spawn. And getting to this Malibu Club here, before that little timer just ran out on the side, is pretty tight timing. Doing so means that I won't have to enter this Malibu Club twice and leave. It's like a small little optimization. It's one of those little hidden details about this run, but Landing that was a nice little time save as well.
But
Gonna
yeah.
almost crash straight into that.
So to further explain, so now that rampage has failed, you can now see on the mini-map that L on the mini-map currently on the top, which signifies a mission.
So yeah, if you drive too close to the chef, it'll start a cutscene. But instead, if you jump off the bike right before the cutscene and kill him with the bike, then he's not alive, so we can't play his bit, and he has to go home early. So. Alright, so now I've started my rampage using that replay that I set before at the start of the run. Thank God this car also can't be locked because I feel like I would be getting a string of bad luck. And now essentially we're going to spin around. That's a little trick there as well if you're interested in learning that one. Just hit me up. So I've got a rampage going now. And the whole idea of this is essentially I just need to finish this mission and then start Jury Fury, which is the next mission, before this timer runs out. That way, this is a setup for what's called Jury Fury dupe. So I'm going to start Jury Fury twice, and instead of explaining it, you'll be able to. It will make a lot more sense when this actually plays out. But all you really need to know here is that I need to finish this mission and get into a certain spot before this timer runs out.
And this is one of those things where it is slightly tighter than it looks. Like Damosk is of course going to make it look very easy. Being the extremely skilled runner that he is, but it is quite
little
tight.
something as well. If you this gaining movement here is not intended, obviously. So when I got at the very start, you can see me driving here, even in the cutscene. At the very something to cut you off. At the start of the run, when I got to the hotel at a very particular time, that was to set up a little skip there, where I got to move during a cutscene that the hotel would be playing if I got there too slow. So. Sorry, I just want to chuck that one in there. I'm now going to throw a molly and also answer a call at the same time. And I'm also going to play a replay while this guy gets out of his car. So a lot is happening. Essentially, this is a glitched call. So I can move around and sprint while I'm on the call. And I just need to start this mission here at 3, 5, or 7 on this clock on the right to set up the dupe for this mission here. So we're going to go in at 7.
Yeah, nice.
And then we'll skip these cutscenes here. Now, usually in Jury Fury, you're meant to drive all the way to the top of the map and then all the way back down. Except we're doing it twice. So this poor guy is having a terrible day.
Yeah, that's got it.
Nice.
And we'll get run over twice. There's basically a car that you have to go blow up and another car you have to blow up. But because we started the mission twice, 2 instances of each car spawned. So they spawn on top of each other and damage each other enough to end the mission immediately. And that's Jury Fury dupe. Please clap. Thanks, Claude. All right, so it's starting right now. My health is at a 29, which is on purpose. I want low HP here so that I can set up another death warp here. And again, more blind driving just to make sure no traffic gets in my way. And you can see the hunching forward animation, or you can just do this one. I mean, see, I can't even risk that right now. I've hit that corner back there many times and died, so won't be risking that. All right, so it's 5 shots to kill this, and then blow up on this barrel here to get another death warp.
Yeah, perfect.
And now we're going to take a phone call. So phone calls in this game, like certain ones you have to take. So the whole idea behind the routing is try and take the phone call at a point where it's most convenient, such as right now. So we're going to run to Cortez here and answer this phone call. And I'm going to start a slide as well. Hopefully first try, not second try, third try. So I'm in a really fast running state right now while on a phone call. You do that by basically playing a replay twice. I don't know why it works. Don't ask me. This game is. I feel like you need a computer science degree to understand anything that happens in this. I just play game.
Any comp sci majors want to get in the couch?
Yeah. and it's interesting because this is, I guess, the more traditional.
How does that happen? That's happened once ever to me. Yeah. All right, well,
yeah, me too.
And it's funny,
Yeah.
2020.
And it was at ASM.
And
That's
that
all
actually,
right.
I think, happened at the exact same point in time.
Very
in the run.
close. It was I think the next time when you're driving up and around on the motorbike, I flew off the edge.
Yeah, this corner around here, yeah.
And I was saying it as I was doing it that I didn't want to KZ through it.
And then
And then immediately did it.
Of course.
But Another thing that Damosk is doing here, reminiscent of when he's on the bike, is he's tapping the sprint button, and that's
Why
just
did the bike not
conserving
spawn? That's alright.
stamina.
Yeah, bike just didn't spawn, so I'm going to try and force a bike to spawn here in a second. I think I'm just going to like run up here and come back.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's never happened before. I mean, it's a marathon, right? So this happens. So let's just drive around the block, I guess, and see if this will spawn. Don't worry about the cop side, it's fine. Alright, well, praying that a bike spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Good. Now, I didn't answer that phone call on purpose just before as well, because I don't want to get like a different phone call. I need to save. Like, you notice how I didn't jump off the bike that time, by the way? That was good risk management. So, all right, treacherous swine. So this mission gives you a chainsaw. We're going to go chainsaw a guy with that, which is going to be exciting. But before I do that, I'm going to go set another replay down. So that I can set up another, kind of like the Rampage, like warp before. Like, if you're a little bit confused, because I kind of explained it a little bit bad, but whenever you record like a little bit of gameplay, you can watch it back in like a little fun, like, you know, replay system the game has built in. While in that state of like watching a replay, your character can just pick up things in the world, like as if you're standing right there. It's not like you're watching back a clip, it's more like you're like just teleporting Tommy there for a short moment and then straight back. So I've just started recording a replay there on top of a gun that I need to pick up for a mission soon. I hope you guys are enjoying this blind driving. It's honestly, it's harder than it looks.
And that replay system is specific to the PC port as well.
Yes.
So that's why it only works on PC.
Yeah. So here's Gonzalez, important character.
He's
And
dead.
now he's dead.
He's gone. So this is the game's tutorial of the wanted system. Now, Damosk, you might actually be able to correct me here, because it's been a long time since I've done this. I'm pretty sure, so it's if you've got 2 stars, they'll never naturally go away.
Yeah, correct.
But if you're on 1, they do. So what Damosk has done there is naturally routed to this extremely convenient wanted star removal. And then from there, just keeps driving to get rid of the other one naturally. Which is far more convenient than the game telling you to go to the pay and the spray, which is very slow.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Jimmy, close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
So Jimmy fell off this edge a couple of years ago. Yeah, correct. In that mission, you're meant to... you basically just have to get rid of your wanted level and then the mission will end. Which I'm going to cancel this phone call because I don't want it, so I'm just going to try to get on my bike and then run away. But yeah, if you have 2 stars or more, you have to use a pay and spray. You'll find wanted stars. Get rid of them. 1 star will naturally go away over time. So we got rid of 1 star immediately, and then while traveling to the start of the next mission, that 1 extra star will go away. So, all right, mall shootout. So in this mission, we're gonna not run into that van. We're gonna do a cool little jump to hopefully kill this French guy, which I could have worded that way differently, but anyway, look at him. I mean, he's French.
Yeah, and then the French special forces come along or something, and we're just going to ignore all of them.
Yes.
The chainsaw is very convenient in this run.
So what I tried to go for there was jumping over that edge and then cancelling my fall animation by just jumping when I land. That'll stop Tommy from like rolling or slowing down, and then try to chainsaw him immediately. But I'm fine. Hey, I'm a professional, all right? Don't worry about me. I've fallen off that more than anybody in the world. So
That's what Jimmy said.
well, yeah.
Then it happened.
But I'm not Jimmy. So.
That's true. What I was saying before the jump into the water there was this is the more sort of, I guess, traditional...
yeah, that's the warp. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the warp there that picked up the mission item. And now you're just in the parking lot.
You know what I just realized? I never took this off. Yeah, it wouldn't be a GTA run if you weren't wearing the correct attire, so let's get rid of this. All right, let's continue. Now I feel bad. That's probably why everything was going wrong.
Yeah. There's another little swag strat here where you can just
You do that.
do that. Yeah.
Did the bike come over with us? No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Classic. All right, I need to get Lance to fall down here with me now. There we go.
But yeah, SSU was found. I think you said you learnt the Vice City run, and then a week later, SSU was found.
No, a day.
Oh, a day later, SSU was
I went to sleep feeling I'm going to do runs tomorrow, and I woke up to SSU.
So yeah, there's two main any percent categories, and SSU is a way of manipulating the in-game memory values by setting up a very, very precise game environment wherein when you execute a certain amount of steps, it basically hits a memory value and just takes you to the end of the game.
Yeah.
And it's about 15 minutes, I think, or 8 minutes or something like that.
It's not Ace, but for those of you familiar, it is somewhat analogous
Yes.
to Ace.
I think it's like super, it's something script underflow.
Yeah.
I think it's superscript or subscript underflow or something.
We both better get a good vantage point.
So the second I change into a shirt, he gets into a suit. That's all right. And time for a quick change. Unfortunately not. Okay, so little thing about this mission here is I'm going to go try and pick up some grenades real quick while the other guys back there do nothing. But if I look away from this exact point where all of this stuff is going down in that alleyway, the mission will fail instantly. So I have to kind of move backwards here with some jumps. And I'm going to pick up these grenades, which I'm going to use later for another skip. And we'll get back here. Little car's going to spawn in here.
Early game Vice City is full of this is a fun toy for later.
Yes, exactly. And we're just going to chainsaw instantly through all of these guys.
Yeah. So quick plot update. Tommy Vassetti got sent to Miami as a punishment for being a bit too good at his job. Loves cocaine. People stole his cocaine, and he's very, very mad. And now he's met someone else who sells cocaine. But actually, it turns out that he stole his cocaine in the first place. So, sorry, that's spoilers.
What?
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to do a little
Basically,
thing
Tommy
here.
Vassetti is not a good person.
Okay, this should work. So I've just used that close replay that I set up just before. And now I can run during this cutscene. And I'm going to kill this guy on the bike before he gets to do anything.
Nice.
And, you know, now we're going to go back and we're going to have this chat with Diaz here. But instead, I'm doing a speedrun, so I'm just going to leave.
He's just talking to himself.
And you know what? I'm also going to get on this bike. And hopefully not crash into a pole. Okay, we're good. All right, well, that's the first start of the game. That's the opening. Quite a lot happens. Now we're on our way to Starfish Island. And we're about to start what is called Gate Zip, I guess, if you want to call it that.
It's sort of the first trick that like even casual players can learn.
It's simply lovely. I'm stuck. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Tim.
It's sort of like one of the first sort of tricks you learn in the run, and a lot of casual players learn it to sort of skip to the same island. Because as a kid, you know, what do you hate most about video games? Restriction. So
Yeah.
it's an easy way of sort of getting through the getting to the next island without actually having to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. The reason why that also works, by the way, is when I drove up against the wall, the bike then points directly up, and what I'm trying to do is get off the bike at a very specific point on the wall that'll cause Tommy to like fall out of bounds. And in this game, the way it's programmed is that if you do fall out of bounds, there's safety points around the map. So if I was to fall out of bounds in that exact spot where I drove up against that gate, the safety point is to restore you like on the other side of the gate. It's a little bit quicker only because you have to usually wait for a phone call to end before you can continue. That car is going to run over me.
Oh.
Hey, okay, I'll go this way. So yeah, I fell out of bounds, and then essentially the game's like, all right, well, I'll put you here, and it's just very convenient. So.
And just as we finished explaining one trick, here's another.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. So.
Short version: escort missions suck. How about we make them not suck by not escorting?
Yes.
Here, Damosk is again abusing the tapping sprint rather than just using it to get in your stamina.
All right, look in the bottom right. This guy got ripped out of his car. Okay, get it in, and perfect, done.
Beautiful.
All right.
Nice.
So, if you know, oh, look at my health, nice. This mission would usually be, you're meant to chase these guys around the city, and they take like the worst route.
Yeah.
They go all around the island, and it takes like 2 minutes to chase them around. But instead, I use my close replay. Now, close replays, if you have a replay set up on top of close marker, and you play them when a cutscene is meant to play, you gain control. Such as right now, when it gets back to me, I should be driving, which I am. I can just move during cutscenes. So I did. Well, now I got to explain this.
Yeah. This is sort of like just trick to trick to trick.
Just know close replay equals I can do stuff. Now, this part is another kind of like the gate zip. I'm falling out of bounds at a certain place, but this vehicle has a property that makes it extremely heavy that you actually go through the water and out of the area that would make you drown. So I can't drown, which is very, what would you say, convenient for there.
Yeah.
So the restore point for falling out of bounds there is to put you over this side of the island. So not going to take this phone call either.
I'll jump back again.
Feel free.
So with the escort mission where he jumps in and sort of jumps out and then jumps back in, the NPC and Damosk were in the exact same spot. And in the game, theoretically, you're not supposed to be able to get in that car because the NPCs are in the car and they drive faster than you. So now that Damosk is in that car, they can have these like crazy properties that because theoretically you're not allowed to be able to get in the car, but speedrunners, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so parking this helicopter in a very specific spot here. This landing is actually way more jank than it looks.
I've lost many a rotor to that.
Yeah, there's some big invisible hitboxes there that are super annoying. I'm looking for the money.
Sunny.
Don't worry.
How you enjoying the run, Claude? You doing all right?
Thoughts?
Okay.
Several.
All right, if you ever see me do this, all this is to do, I'll explain this, is whenever you start a mission, there's these black like fade-ins. And when you play a replay before the mission starts, it skips one of those black fade-ins. So, they gave me the worst version of the gun.
That's really
way
mean.
too slow.
I think, can you get the better one quickly?
I mean,
Maybe just increase the fire
stop
rate.
firing.
Yeah.
What if I just hang on? Give me a sec.
There we go.
There it is. Hold on,
familiar.
man. Hold on. You're about to fall out.
no, what do you mean? I'm fine. I'm chill. Anyway, this is what I usually do when I get to this part of the run because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to read a donation if you've got any?
Yeah, would love to. So we have $50 from Oh So Simple, who says, "I'm just here so I don't get banned." And we have $15 from Dr. Blackheart, who says, "Former Crash 4 speedrunner Damosk spotted at Adelaide event AusSpeedruns after going missing when he quit streaming to become a wage slave. Hashtag put Leo on."
Okay, so this sequence is it's mostly just a non-rails section, but I'm trying to kill these guys in a particular way. There was a couple of barrels on that roof as well that I destroyed, because if you don't destroy them, there's a chance that they get shot through the floor, and if they get shot through the floor, you'll actually die at the end of this mission. So I've completely missed a lot of shots here, but that's all right. I'm only paid to play Vice City, not paid to play CS professionally, so
Sure.
we're okay.
Yeah.
We know.
This mission is mainly just about just knowing where the spawns are and just anticipating when they spawn.
It's also significantly easier when you have the M60 that fires at about 4 times the normal rate. Like, it's actually legitimately, like,
Alright,
I wouldn't say, like, hard, but it's annoying casually.
That's another trick where if you shoot Lance, he just immediately descends the helicopter.
Yeah, I don't have time to wait for him, but it is on a
Mr.
timer
Dunn.
as well.
Good stuff.
That's done. I'm a little confused why it's raining in-game. The weather system in this game is pretty scripted from the moment you start a new game. It's not meant to rain here yet, but oh, no big deal. Yeah, pretty much if you kill Lance there while you're in that helicopter, it's very precise. Like, if you do it too early or too late, then the game soft locks, so you do have to be mindful of timing, but killing him just skips a lot of waiting around.
So there's a little optimization there where if you chainsaw off the door, it skips the opening of the door.
Let me over the wall.
Special trick.
Well, let's do that again.
Yeah, GTA 3
Actually,
did
no, I'm just
similar.
gonna go this way.
Yeah, the speedrun involved when you had either a cop car or a taxi, depending on what sort of route you had. You'd usually like smash into the walls as hard as possible, just to take the doors off. Because it's like if you're getting in and out of the same car a lot, it might only be a second each time, but it does add up quite quickly.
Yeah.
Sort of like in Hit and Run, if you like go up against a wall, it just teleports you into the car.
Okay.
So we're now on the other island now. I don't think we've been onto this island yet. Oh, when we got the helicopter, I think.
That was unofficial. We don't talk about that.
Now we're officially on the island.
Yeah, so now we're going to get in the boat the very normal and human way.
which like this.
Yep.
Yeah, to explain, I guess, what's happened here. So first of all, I had to drive that Infernus into the cutscene, because if I don't, that car won't despawn, which I think now's a good time to explain how this works. So Tommy can only have the last 2 cars or vehicles that he entered as his like personal vehicles. So I'm going to be trying to make sure that like whatever vehicle I last used, if I'm not going to use it ever again, we need to get rid of it in a certain way. So driving that Infernus, I just had to start this mission, will get rid of that one for me. And if I didn't do that, there's a chance obviously that this helicopter right here would, you know, in my last 2 personal vehicles would fall down that list of priority and despawn. So I don't want to lose the helicopter. I'm going to take a phone call here as well and pick up the sniper, which I'm going to use for something else very soon. And I'm going to glitch a phone call here by answering the phone call and then scoping with a weapon. If I do this, I can sprint while on the phone. I can even use a chainsaw as a phone, like that. So.
There's sort of like an infamous sort of thing that sort of went around when your kid's playing this game, that you spend forever finding a car, and then once you find the car, every second car is that car.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit of memory management for the game devs.
Yeah, it's like that's actually not wrong.
Yeah.
They said it was a myth.
Yeah, you weren't insane.
Yeah.
It is how the game worked.
Okay, so...
You might be insane still, though.
Yeah, it's just separate.
That's just separate to Grand Theft Auto gaming. GTAG, if you will.
So what I just did there, you want to see another screen flash. You're going to see screen flashes every now and then. So I just played a close replay once again to gain control, and that allowed me to swap guns. So I actually swapped from my SMG here to this rifle, and that's going to make a lot of sense later. But essentially all you need to know is that I'm duping a bunch of ammunition. So don't worry too much about that for now.
Yeah.
I think I bought the bad version of the gun again. Yeah, I did. Look.
Yeah, you might need to. Yeah, you might need to contact your supplier here.
Yeah, well, I just got him on the phone, and yeah, there we go.
Iron days are really quick these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, like, whenever you play one of these close replays and then you gain control of these weapons, they start firing 1 bullet per frame rather than 1 bullet per every, like, 40 frames. So, very, very, very quick. I'll stop doing that to save your ears.
Oh, 1 more for feeling. There,
Nice.
thank you.
Thanks, Claude. Okay. So, this sequence, honestly, casually can be kind of difficult, but when you've got a very broken gun like this now, obviously I just have to look left and look right and just hold left click mindlessly for a little bit.
Yeah, that's actually not a gun in Tommy's hand. It's just his unapproving stare.
Yes. You can see right there. There is a guy in this boat here in front of me, but you never want to kill this boat or the guy ever until you're in a certain spot, because if you do, Lance doesn't care where he's going and will just crash into the boat and probably flip you and fail the mission. So, never want to destroy this too early. And assuming I've done everything right, my helicopter will still be up here at the end of this mission too, so. Alright, and now we can kill this guy. I'll try one tap him here. Oh
Nice.
my god, he's good. Did you see
Wouldn't have
that?
been you in CS, though.
Ridiculous. No, not at all.
That's every enemy when I peek mid.
Alright, playing another close replay before cinematic. Now I can move, and I'm going to get into my heli here, which you can hear starting up in the background.
Okay, Mr. Lance Vance Dance.
Lance Vance Dance.
And now we can start flying early to the next mission. So now, health and armor doesn't matter at this point because we're about to start a mission that's going to give us full health and full armor. And this mission's called Sir Yes Sir. It's we're going to go steal a tank, which
Normal Miami activities on a Thursday.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Especially in the 80s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
God, I miss the 80s. I was born in '94. All right. So, everyone probably remembers this mission as a kid. If not, they probably just cheated in the Rhino. And they put on the flying cars cheat and just turned the turret around and shot backwards and went really fast. You're going to get a little bit of a nostalgia trip from that on this mission. I'm going to start a replay over here as well on this marker here. I'm actually just going to clear that and do it again. That's so I can buy cherry poppers later. That is just the name of the place in the game, by the way. I didn't write this script at all. We're going to use that a little bit later. And now we can steal a tank.
The Adelaide staple at the start of the game when you drop her off.
Convoy! Halt! What's up with the gunner? Don't know, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, stealing a tank was really easy in the 80s. You just kind of do that.
Yeah, he just sort of ran off.
I mean, the intended way to steal the tank in this mission is you wait for all these cops to like drive to a donut store and then you steal it from them that way, or just simply shoot the driver and they go, "What happened?" Just take it. So, and yeah, turning the turret around and shooting backwards propels you pretty far forward from each shot. It's a very nice speed boost there. And then we will park in here.
My favorite thing about this is they've got the entire SWAT on you and you walk out and they're like, "Oh, we can't find it anymore."
Yeah, he's just gone.
Yeah.
Look,
and then you lose all your wanted level. They're like, "Oh,
We were looking for a tank. We don't see a tank.
Dang it. Third time this week.
Okay, so I'm about to do what's called glitching cars. I've already glitched one car at the start of the run, but now's a good time to explain how this actually works. So I'm going to gain control, first of all, from this phone call by glitching out of it, and I'm just going to shoot these cars, and then when the driver gets out of the car, I'm going to play a replay really quickly and then end it really quickly. So you'll see the guy gets out of the car, and then if I play a replay, he stops, right? That car will now never despawn, no matter, doesn't matter how far away I go, that car is now locked into the game's memory. And this is essentially to set up for the rest of the run, we won't have any traffic, hopefully on the road, right? So we've locked 4 cars in the game's memory now. I think maybe even 5. 5 is what you preferably would get, but 4 is also serviceable. And now we should not really have any traffic left, which is very, very good. Makes driving around obviously a lot smoother.
Yeah, especially on the like the PCJ, certain watery areas around boats can be rather treacherous, especially if there's traffic around.
Backed up.
Yeah. And the only reason really why it works is because game equals old, doesn't have much memory, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, obviously, yeah, it's been played on PC a lot, but it's like, it was a PS2 game. Like, it did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Even if it was only necessarily, an illusion, it did a pretty damn good job.
You might have noticed I was playing some replays while flying there as well. It's like super small optimization. Basically, while you're on the phone call there, the only thing that matters with phone calls is that the lines play out. It's not necessarily like that you're moving around or doing anything. So if you're playing replays during those phone call lines, everything in the game world is stuck in place. So when you land the helicopter there, you can keep the rotators like spinning for a bit, right? Super small optimization. Honestly, it doesn't even matter, nor does anyone probably care, but cool to know in case you get a random pop quiz later, which there will be.
There will be, yeah.
Someone once in my stream a long time ago looked at the armor in this game where the little shield is, and they called it egg health or something like that. And it's now stuck in my head, so I'm making it stuck in your head now too.
Egg health.
Yeah, egg health, and then, yeah, I don't know, it's something like that.
No.
What do you...
Yeah.
I guess because it looks like an egg shard. Alright.
There goes my careful
So I'm going to save Lance from this junkyard. I parked my helicopter very nicely right next to where we are, so I can get him out of here pretty quick. You might have noticed I got out of the helicopter, back in it, and then out. There's certain spots where if you park this heli in the wrong, in a bad spot, it will just despawn.
Let's get out of here.
So just to be safe, we will re-enter it just to stop that from happening. And while I'm sprinting away from Lance here, I'm also flicking my camera back. That's just to make sure Lance doesn't get stuck on anything. It keeps basically teleporting him with me. Otherwise, he will get stuck, and in some cases on this mission, he can fall through the earth, into the earth. And what are you going to do then? So,
Yeah. I hate when that happens to my friends.
yeah. It happened earlier this week, actually, and yeah, it was a rough start to ASM, but we're here and we're persevering, so... I think it was Stylenide, which he was meant to be on this couch, but
Not here, no.
No, so we got Claude instead.
Glad we've got Claude.
What are your thoughts on that, Claude?
Get catched up and meet me on the bridge.
There's a couple there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you.
You know, one time during this cutscene, my helicopter went back in the air and came back down and squashed Lance and killed him, and the mission failed. Just GTA. All right. Do you guys remember this game having an amazing soundtrack, by the way? Yeah, you're not going to hear any of it like, at all. Thanks, copyright. So, and there's no radio in these helicopters anyway, and we're going to use this for quite a lot of the run. It's very quick, as you can see. We're getting around pretty smoothly. So, the next mission here is going to be Shakedown. But before we start, actually no, it's not. We're going to kill Diaz first, and we're going to do a very cool little trick, which I won't talk about unless I fail it. So, let's see. Parking my heli here in a very particular spot once again, because if I don't, it will despawn. Where's that? There we go. Okay. So, I'm setting up here for what's called a pill slide. Now, I picked up this adrenaline pill, which puts the game in slow motion, and I'm also in a slide, and I'm going to start this mission while stuck in this state, which is going to make me run really fast at the start of this next mission here. So I'm going to hold forwards during this cutscene, and now I'm going to be running really fast. And as long as I equip my fist, everyone is scared of me and won't shoot at me. And I'm just going to run through this wall.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to chainsaw DS through a wall.
Yeah, good mission.
Yeah. There we go, that's pill slide. But wait, it's not over. There's more pill sliding to do. In like 2 seconds from here. When the cutscene.
I'm waiting.
And here we go. We're still pill sliding. Start another mission. And we're still pill sliding. And we're going to lose it right here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You now own the mansion, right?
I do own the mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, so plot update. Person who owned the mansion was the person who betrayed Tommy at the first place. So now they're gone, and now we own the mansion, and now we're going to full, like, second act of Scarface.
Yeah. This mission's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go break a bunch of windows in some stores, my store, as you'll hear a bunch. If you have time for donations now, if you've got a few you'd like to read, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a few. We have $50 from Lance Vance saying, "Time for the Lance Vance dance." And we have $50 from Tom, who says, "Wish I could be there. Put this towards Nancy as the character for Snowboard Kids," which does put Nancy in the lead on 50, Tommy on 39.20, Linda on 10, and then Jam and Slash lagging behind on 0. And we got time for one more? Yep, we have $5 from JBR, who says, "There's no way he can fail now. 100 armor, 100 health going into Riot." Oh.
Yeah, that's a very niche reference, unless you've watched me do the God Run for over 2 years miserably. Okay, so you might be wondering why I have 150 grenades. I didn't cheat, I just cheated in speedrunning sense by duplicating them. I'm not even going to bother to try and explain how. Now, these windows were actually quite good until that last one, but all you need to know about these windows is that they have, on the first bullet that you shoot into them, they can't break. Every shot after that, don't pay attention to this flashing. So every shot after that has a 50% chance to break the window. So sometimes you can get stuck there and just shoot a window for like 10 seconds and it won't break. It's horrible. All right, I just bought cherry poppers during a replay by spamming the buy button while playing the replay that I made earlier during So Yes Sir, if you recall. So now the game has put me into a state here where none of the world has loaded. And it's essentially like we've never left the mall. I mean, you can still hear the mall music playing in the background. So, until later, the game considers that I'm in interior mode at the moment. And that's going to make sense a little bit later when we do Copland. So, this is Bar Brawl. This is a fairly straightforward mission. There's a cool little strat that I'm going to go for. And while we're driving there, I'm also going to try shave this door off my car. Kind of like what we explained earlier. Just, you know, anytime you can get rid of a door off your car, you should, because you get in and out really quick. So, and you'll also notice there's no traffic on the roads, which is as a result of glitching a ton of cars earlier. The only way you lose this state is if you reload a save, then all your traffic is going to come back. So,
which we're not planning on doing. 'Cause there's not going to be
Hopefully
any mistakes.
No, there won't be. I mean, so far, so good.
It's been a good run.
Yeah, this has been a very good run.
Another cool little spin around drive by here on these guys, but that was actually pretty good. So
Yeah, that was
take
muddy.
that, and hopefully not get busted here. Please, thank God.
Yeah, that's actually the one downside of having the door off is that cops can arrest you faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have been arrested in this game more than anybody else in the world. So-
I got busted during Shakedown, and that was harrowing.
Yeah, that is harrowing.
Alright, so I'm throwing these grenades over this wall, and I'm going to try and get into a very particular spot here. I'm going to crouch so that I don't get moved. And these two guys are going to drive around the corner on a motorbike. I'm going to try and chainsaw one of them off. I got it, nice. And then kill this guy.
And yeah,
Nice.
good stuff.
Oh,
That
That's
was
good.
really good. If you miss that shot on the second guy, you then have to get on the motorbike and like go down, and it just wastes a lot of time. So
Harrowing.
harrowing again, yes.
Yeah, it's awful. And there's kind of like some other small things here which are not really worth mentioning, I guess, but this bike is really important to keep. So for this next mission, so if you do end up having to chase that next guy on this bike, you have to like do some little things to make it not despawn. So very happy that that all went to plan. Now we're going to talk to Avery.
Just thought I'd ring you up and give you some advice.
He's trying to backseat my run, but that's alright, I'm a professional, so... Alright, I'm going to start a new replay here, over the top of what will be a save marker. That's for something much later.
This game, the cast for this game was unbelievable, by the way, for the time. It was like Ray Liotta plays Tommy, like, it's such a crazy cast, and if you're oh, that was close.
I don't care that I was
Oh,
going
yeah.
fast, cops will still do things.
If you ever get the chance, I highly recommend reading the book Jacked, the outlaw story of Grand Theft Auto. It's a really good sort of history of Rockstar and like how they sort of like changed the way sort of game dev worked at the time, where they were like, we want to make movies, we're going to get movie stars to voice these characters. So they had like Ray Liotta come in, he had like no idea what a video game was. Just like read these lines.
Yeah. Oh, so I was thinking about going for it. There's a little strategy we can kill Lance during this cutscene.
Ooh, fits perfect.
I like the style of play.
Bit tight around the crotch, though. Oh yeah, mine too, mine too.
There's a little thing you can do in this cutscene where you kill Lance and it skips some of his dialogue here, but you can get super unlucky and fail it, so I'm not dare not try that here, as cool as it looks. Yeah, this is Copland. So what I mentioned before about how the game thought I was still in interior mode because I teleported out of the mall to buy that property earlier, that's why this mission started off with 5 stars. Because if you're in the mall at any point during this mission without a cop uniform on, you get 5 stars immediately. So we've essentially done a bit of a setup there to almost straight into the marker to make this mission a lot smoother and quicker.
That was so quick.
Yeah, Copland, very infamous mission from a casual perspective. But yeah, it turns out if you're a speedrunner, it's not that hard. At least if you're a professional speedrunner, of course.
It's true.
Exactly.
Also, as you can see, the helicopter's still there from earlier when we just sort of parked it up. Makes getting away a lot easier if you've just got a helicopter there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, try that one if you're... you also can't do, like in this game, if you're in like a car or a bike, you can shoot your gun sideways and do drive-bys, but in helis you can't do that unless you enter the cinematic camera, which I did just before there as well, just to protect myself from getting busted at all. And now we will make sure to not park this in a bad spot so it doesn't despawn. And that's Copland. That's honestly, that's one of the scariest missions in a run. There's so many ways it can go bad. Thankfully,
Yeah.
didn't get my tires popped or anything like that.
Oh, getting
So-
tires pop is awful in
Yeah.
that mission.
All right, now this pretty much starts the end sequence of the game, where things get a little bit crazy. If you didn't think they were crazy already.
Yeah, so the intended path here is you're supposed to go buy a bunch of businesses, do their missions, and then at some point you get called and then the actual proper end game starts. But as we will see and Damosk will explain momentarily, we're going to do something slightly differently.
All right, let's crash this here or somewhere. This will do.
remember me?
Hello, Sonny.
That's right, Sonny. We're all friends. You never write me, you never call. Don't you want to be friends no more?
The way he delivers the call there is
Yeah.
you never call.
Oh, my fault, is it? Well, I've heard you've been busy, all right.
So I just made a replay over another Rampage icon, if you recall, like we did at the very start of the game with the Molotovs.
Because I can assure you, I ain't forgotten about you.
Okay, and we're going to buy this property here.
Yeah, so step one is we need to actually buy the printing press. The game does need to believe that we have bought the printing press. It is a requirement.
Yep. Create a safety save because we don't want this to go badly. Okay, and that's exactly why. So I'm doing this in a safer way where if I do screw this up, we can just reload. Obviously for a marathon, so that didn't work. I'm trying to start this replay and the save menu at the same time, which there we go, we got it. So that sets us into like an on mission 0 state. I can now start 2 missions at once, the Rampage and spilling the beans. The only downside of me failing that there and having to reload the save is that my glitch traffic will go away. Which is obviously less than ideal, especially for a mission like this where you are going to be driving quite far and on a bike. And for one thing later, but
that's why he's a professional speedrunner.
exactly.
He rolls with the punches.
Every time you say professional, the pressure level goes. Okay, so we're going to run around here, get on a bike and go for a really long drive. If you have donations to read, now is a perfect time. No donations?
Yep. Sorry, so we have $75 from Sapcost, who says, "Hello Damo, hope all is well." And then we have $10 from English Ben. "Hi, sorry for my bad Australian. Here's a few smackers for Damo's Mackers. Also, he died.
Who even is English Ben?
But yeah,
yeah.
this mission usually wouldn't have a timer, but because of all the speedrunning shenanigans that we're doing, we effectively do have actually what is quite a tight timer, being that Rampage timer.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get into a mission marker here before this timer runs out. I've got plenty of time, but, you know, that's just... Oh, God. These stairs can be a real pain as well.
Yeah, it was well driven, and that's why those glitch cars can be really important. Like one whack on a bike, you fly 100 meters, you got to run back to the bike, pick the bike up, and that's only, you know, that's your 15 seconds there already.
That's a little stylish little trick to get off the boat pretty quickly. Now, rain in this game is super annoying because it messes with the physics of driving. So, for example, braking, especially on a bike, you might like spin out a little bit here and there. But that's alright, we should be fine. Ideally, if you're quick enough, you'll never see the rain. I'm going to slow down here. Sometimes traffic just comes out of nowhere and kills you. So I'm going to play this replay over the save icon that I made earlier. And I'm going to go free little teleport here. And now we start Cherry Poppers ×5 duping, which, Softy, if you can explain, that might be...
Vaguely, you may have to correct me. It's been a long time. Okay, short version is, so I mentioned before, the intended method of completing the game at this point is to buy a certain number of businesses, complete their missions, and then at the end of it you'll get a trigger which says, okay, the end game started. But we don't want to do that. All those businesses are slow, annoying, you need to collect a lot of money. One of them
that's
is...
really unlucky.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
We will go to this practice file.
What practice? I don't know what you're talking about, mate. What practice? This is where you just were.
Yep, it is. This is why we take backup saves for Vice City, by the way. This game is extremely volatile.
This
Very
part
volatile.
especially.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the businesses has to be the printing press, because that's a part of the endgame plot. But beyond that, really it just needs to be a number of businesses. So speedrunners ask the question, what if we bought the same business a lot of times? Now in real life this doesn't work. I tried. No, it didn't really work. You know, ASIC was on to me. The ATO's after me. It's not. I actually need to leave after this run quite quickly. But fortunately, Vice City is just a video game, so it does actually work quite well. Damon, you'll have to probably give me the specific steps here. Basically, there are a specific set of steps here which are being done, which are essentially creating a state in which the Cherry Poppers business is going to be purchased 5 times.
Yeah. So you have to complete like 5 assets in this game to hit a counter that lets you start the final missions in the game. But doing this dupe sequence here, I'm essentially just doing the Cherry Poppers asset 5 times for the in-game counter. The in-game counter doesn't care what asset you do, it's just looking for 5 completions, right? So our whole idea here is that we're doing this mission 5 times. Now, that's harder than it sounds because counting to 5 is incredibly difficult when you're stressed. I constantly lose count. If you go over 6, it doesn't matter. But if you do 4, then, you know, you're going to screw everything up. I believe that's 3. I was going to get the crowd to count up to 5 for me during this, but the stress of counting to 5 got to me and I forgot to ask. So this is 4. 4. God, you guys sound like my chat. Is that 3 or 4? Oh, 1. Okay, we'll be here for a while. That was 4, right?
I actually don't know.
This is definitely probably, for me at least, was one of the hardest parts of doing a run, was getting this part sort of over and over, because you have to execute the same thing over and over, and it's all very like regimented and timed, where if you get it wrong just slightly, it's just like, oh, okay, my run's gone. That's just all good.
I'm doing one more just for safety. I legitimately lost count.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm in trouble with the ACO.
Alright, we're back. No, don't do that to me. Okay. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We did 5 anyway, so we're going to go to our next safety save, which is this one, where it's finished.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
But yeah, that's a perfect example of just how volatile this game is. It is awful. It is abysmal in that regard. I think all the GTAs at this point are. Like 3 was sort of like the last bastion for a while of not being too just completely stuffed. Then it became that stuffed. And it was like, okay, I guess there is no safety.
It is very silly. Like, I think especially at that, like this time in game dev, like where consoles were king, the PC port was just like thrown to the side.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot with like licensed games as well at the time, because that's sort of like what I run mostly, and it's just very janky, very interesting.
But yeah, I mean, 3 is similarly. I'm not too up to date with the precision of it. San Andreas is similarly. It's got on Mission 0. It's got all the what do you call it? It's got mission duping as well, but that actually skips missions.
That's still not right, actually. Yep, that is wrong. Actually, oh, sorry. I just figured out what I'm meant to be. First time using that save. Pretty sure this is fine now.
So yeah.
My bad. I just sat there and I was like, wait, this is not the right phone call. So.
Alright, so as mentioned, so we've got all those assets now, which is great for the overall counter. We have bought Cherry Poppers 5 times, but we still, as mentioned, need to actually complete the printing press, and it was a useful tool in order to complete that dupe, but now we've actually got to do the mission normally. Well, semi-normally, but you know.
Oh, that's still the wrong one. Sorry. I just need to make sure this is the right phone call. That's the right one. Okay, so we could use this file. See how they're named the same thing? One's after, one's before. Maybe I should have tested that, but, you know. Don't answer the phone. Well, we were having a good run, so I mean, something had to go wrong eventually, right? Okay. Basically, I know which phone call I need. That was in the wrong order. We need to answer this phone call at the end of this mission here, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, as said, this is Vice City. Like, it's incredibly hard to do at all, let alone in a live setting.
Yeah.
Backed up.
Yes.
This is why it's so important.
I agree as well.
Yes. the 3D Vice Cities have been a blight on...
Yeah.
Sonny,
This is not the right phone call. What's going on?
I don't know what's
Well,
going
I
on.
mean, it's just one mission and then the final, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this mission isn't that interesting.
It's not.
Where's the goddamn
Do the mission and then I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got another save, right?
Oh, this is the right. No, we're fine. We're fine.
We're so back.
We're fine. So now I'm going to stand here. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. So now I'm going to stand here and wait. That phone call from Sunny is meant to play after Cherry Poppers, which now we've finished. Now we're going to wait for this next phone call to come through from Lance. Any second now. There it is.
There we go.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
I should have glitched it, but I didn't, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a bit of weird stuff here with these guards,
Private business. You're not welcome.
just in case you weren't aware.
Private business. You're not welcome.
Yeah, you can't go, Damosk, you can't actually go in there.
Oh, no, no, I can.
Well, I'm not sure you're actually listening to what's being said though.
So what he's doing here is getting the NPC to say private business, you're not welcome, which skips every line of the phone call.
You're not welcome.
Yeah, because it's a very short line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, but now everyone's a little bit peeved.
yeah. No, this is all wrong. Can I just back this up somehow without dying to this shotgun lady?
Kill him.
Let's see. Well, this is a let's play for a sec.
Yeah, this will be fine.
Don't do that.
Oh no, it might not be fine. It might not be fine.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's a
No,
perfect.
I am actually insane.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You know what I'm also gonna do? You didn't see anything.
See what?
We don't talk about jump jet.
Talk what?
You guys can't read Japanese, right? Okay, so I don't think they can be cheat activated.
No.
All right.
Good thing too.
Well, that was a mess. We're back on schedule.
We're
so-
back. It was so over. Now we're so back.
You know, in like all this time of running this game, I've never run into that. So, I mean, pretty
Say
impressive.
the line, Damosk.
It's never happened before.
Hey!
Okay. Cap the Collector is over. I mean, no, we're starting it. Oh, well, that's not meant to happen. But anyway, if you want to go to the payphone in Washington, someone's got waiting for
Well,
a different phone
we
call.
got some time.
Yeah.
No, we don't. Get a move on.
Maybe I'll try to explain this now before we do it, but I'm going to shoot through a wall and hope. Just pray that it works. If it doesn't, no big deal. But we'll see how this goes. It's called CTC Snipe. I'm just waiting for a phone call right now to come through.
See, speedruns always have to be cool. So the mission's called Cap the Collector, CTC.
Or, you know what's not going to come through because this file didn't do anything properly. So we're in disaster mode. Well, what I might do...
You've got to keep your friends safe, right?
I can move a save file over
Yeah,
and just skip straight to it.
Yeah, I think that,
Yep.
that seems good.
So, but I mean, you still saw everything that we need to see. So, guys, what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to move...
Cap the Collector smells. So we're going to go to the final mission.
Yeah. I'm just going to go into that now and get that. Wouldn't be a VC at a live event without a disaster, so
Yeah.
let's just copy this over. This is why we bring a backup for literally everything for this game, so... Let's just put this in here and get rid of that. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I mean, yeah, loading saves at GT. That's ASM GTA.
It is. I keep telling Sans that he needs to run GTA 3 here.
Solely to load some
Yeah.
saves.
There we go.
Load some saves.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only GTA, and I think I see him in the audience, Nace Piper's GTA 5 all stunt jumps may be the only GTA run that has never loaded a save. That's also not a full run, so it doesn't count.
Oh, we didn't get it. That's all right. Basically, I'm trying to shoot like a very particular pixel there through the wall to kill these guys on a bike without having to go to them, but it didn't work. That's all you need to know. So we're just going to drive over and kill them manually.
Yeah, they're just sort of just sitting there.
Yeah, so these guys are trying to steal your money, and you have to. They're trying to collect your money, I should say. So, and you need to kill or cap them.
Oh.
Yeah, but see, funnily enough, there's actually multiple of them, and the mission's called Cap the Collector. So, someone's better get fired for that blunder.
Something we haven't talked about. Why is it Japanese?
Oh yeah, we didn't explain that because I don't know how.
Game version different.
Yeah.
Does different thing. Different thing faster.
I think it's the cherry pop.
Yeah. It saves about like 5 minutes over the international version of the game, I believe. So that's why we run in Japanese. It's pretty much it. It enables a skip that we can do. All right, we're about to start the final mission after what was a disaster last 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is just going to drive over here, take a phone call, and then we begin the final mission.
Yeah, and final mission shouldn't be too long, so.
Yeah. Well, the final mission is very scripted as well. Like, we can't really have anything go wrong. So.
I know.
It's disappointing, actually.
We got big problems. Come down here right away.
All right, hopefully if this works, we get our little teleport here to the mansion straight away.
Nice.
That's from like a very old replay we set a long time ago. If you mash to skip this cutscene, by the way, it won't skip, so you can't mash during that. All right, well, things went okay, I guess.
So Jimmy in 2022 showed off, well, tried to show off one version of this, of how to do this mission, which is that if you just don't move the camera, no enemies spawn, and then you just sort of wait a while and then clip the triggers. Damosk is going to show off a radically different methodology of how to achieve this final mission.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great time to also, say some thanks as well, since there is not much else to do here for a sec. But
There's any thank yous you want to give, Claude?
Really? Yeah,
Appreciate
okay.
it.
Well, that's a bit... Is he allowed to say that?
Oh, they'll get away with it.
Yeah. But I just want to, like, my personal thanks, obviously, to everyone for tuning in and watching this run, even though the ending was quite a disaster. And special thanks as well to the GTA community for making learning their runs extremely accessible. There is obviously, like today, this practice file which saved the literal run from being a disaster. They're a great community. I recommend if you want to learn a GTA game, there's like no community better to get into. They're extremely nice and will help anybody. So, and obviously thanks to Softy and Jimmy for being on the couch, and Claude for just
being.
Yeah. Thanks. Also, good job in that San Andreas cutscene that you're in. For like 2 seconds. Alright, I'm going to try and chainsaw Lance here instead of chasing him to the roof.
Yep, nice.
Which we got. That's very nice. Yeah. And now we're going to go for a very meme strat, and if it doesn't work, then whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Lance spawns off a timer. And I'm pretty sure so does Sunny, who are now... Sunny's the big bad. Whoa, you've never heard that name before.
Oh, Lance betrayed you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that happened as well, yeah.
Plot point.
Well, both my tires just got pops. This probably won't work.
So Sunny's going to rock up eventually.
Well, we don't get to do the funny strat because they popped my tires. I was going to run him over for the ice cream truck.
Classic
while
GTA
playing the jingle, but wouldn't be the end to what was a overestimate, right? That's why we got our thanks out now.
Get ready on time.
Get ready on time. As soon as Sunny dies, and that's time.
Whoa!
All right. That was Vice City, 80% no SSU, very chaotic run, very fun run. I would recommend if anyone liked what they saw, definitely give it a try. It's extremely easy to learn and very fun. Thanks guys for couching for me as well and explaining everything. Tommy? And thanks everyone for watching and attending as well.
Oh my God,
so,
Tommy,
thanks
what
guys.
happened?
Thank you.
All right, and thank you for that honest gaming there, Damo. Up next, we have Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, Dante New Game Normal Difficulty any %. Try saying that 5 times fast in just a minute while we set up. And just while we're getting set up for the next run, I just wanted to mention that we have several prizes to give away for those who donate. Anyone who donates at least $20 will go automatically into the running to win one of our Steam game bundles. For all the information, head on over to prizes.ausspeedruns.com, and there you'll find information on some of our other prizes as well, such as a 32-inch Gigabyte MO32U monitor, or a Switch 2, which has been generously donated by one of our AusSpeedruns members. Alright, and we are ready. So now get ready for Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition Dante New Game Normal Difficulty Any% by Ursa Flare. Take it away.